I'm the champion, feel the rush, the crowd goes wild.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously. I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting their teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame, that nigga bitch, he pussy. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that boots and tucking their tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker, nigga. Do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas. Better leave me be, okay? Niggas better watch their speech, okay? You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quick to tell on you, get jammed down, couldn't sit down 5-6 days. Put him and him in a crossway, but a gang member on display. That's the same nigga with an AK on the block yelling out gunplay. That's the same nigga with a trap house and he been through it so he no pain. Look in the face of a real laws come questioning me, I don't know names. Bitch, I really come from the trenches. Kathleen crashed out like road rage. Be done snapped that and got life in the pen, cause most of you niggas got hoe ways. Man, see, most of these niggas got hoe ways. A lot of these niggas be out here faking and fucking on these motherfucking tracks, talking that gangsta shit. You too young to be done been through something, young nigga. You too young to be done been through something, nigga.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep. Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Shout out to everybody on here from that 214 to across the states, to across the pond. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whenever you catch this video. Shout out to all the sun rays. Shout out to the beautiful Jordan, Breezy 15 in the building already. I want to let everybody know I appreciate everybody around the world who support. I want to let y'all know salute. Salute, salute, salute. And if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be coming back and doing what I do. Y'all just give me the motion in the ocean that keeps me pushing real hard, pushing real hard. Hold up. So before we get into it, y'all know I got to turn up for y'all with my new man, salute everybody around the world, man. I had to turn up for y'all, right? Because like I said, if it wasn't for y'all, right, what would we be doing? Right, what would we be doing if it wasn't for y'all? We got to keep it 100 to the maximum of the degree. So, as we can see, Ray J speaks out. Exposed, question mark, Shraggy. The truth comes out. It was all planned. Ray J dropped bombshell on the Kardashians interview he did on Cam Newton. Let's take this walk. Whoo. Man. Ooh, I feel George say, I don't watch the Kardashians, never liked that show. My daughter likes it. I just shake my head at her, right? So, before we even get into this, let's make something very clear. This right here, in this interview, this is one of those moments when the narrative might be shifting in real time. Because Ray J just sat down with Cam Newton, and what he said has the internet going crazy, right? Now, me personally, I watched the full interview. And I'm not just here to repeat the headlines. I'm going to break this down. All the way down. Right? So, during this interview, Ray J starts speaking on his past involving, with the Kardashians. And he basically saying things were not how the public thought they were. He's hinting at planning, coordination, and how certain situations may have presented differently to the entire world. Now, whether you believe him or not, that's where things get interesting, right? Because see, we got to really break this down. Ray J didn't come off in this interview like he was joking, right? He sounded calculated. Like this is something he's been wanting to say for a long time. Second, the timing. I ask, why now? That's always the question that you got to ask. Is it about clearing his name? Is it about attention? Or is it really about setting the record straight? Third, the impact. Because even part of what he's saying is true, if it's true, that possibly changes, or that will change how people look at the entire situation. Now, me personally, I think this is one of those situations where the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. But I will say this. When somebody keeps a story consistent over time, people start listening differently. And right now, people are definitely listening because Ray J is staying consistent, right? I want y'all to know this ain't just about Ray J or the Kardashians, right? This is about how stories are created, how the narratives are controlled, and how the public consumes everything at face value. Because once something is out there, it becomes reality for millions. In my rock voice, in millions of people. Man, if you knew her, because this been going on since 2000s, early 2000s, 2004, 2005. It was a nasty tape. We're gonna call it a nasty tape that shocked the world because it was Ray J and Kim Kardashian, right? We had no idea who Kim Kardashian was at first. As a matter of fact, Ray J was known, but he wasn't. Yeah, Ray J was known. He was known. So let me stop saying that. He was known. He was. But when this nasty tape dropped, that made Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians, Jenner people, it made them bigger than life. And Ray J is coming out now telling the truth. He's been telling the story, right? But it's starting to make more sense now. It's starting to make, look at my baby. Okay, I'm here. Come with daddy. My baby walk. It's starting to make, so if y'all hear my baby in here, just y'all know it's him. So it's starting to make more sense now, y'all. Let me tell you why it's starting to make more sense. As you're gonna see Ray J in this interview, in these videos, in these clips we got, he's gonna break down the scenarios. He's gonna point fingers. Because as we know, they filed a defamation against him, right? But is he gonna let you know a lot of stuff got shut down, and he gonna let you know how it was figured out in 2023, but how things changed. So I want y'all to buckle up, right? Buckle up. Because this right here is interesting. And it make you think now. It's making you think. It's making you look at it. So before we get started, right, I want everybody, please, if you can, hit that like button. Please, if you can, hit that share button, right? I'm going to turn y'all up one more time. It's going to be real quick. A new turn up for being here. Man, salute, salute, salute everybody around the world. Now, Let's get into clip number one.
You had a recent legal news with the Kardashians. The last time you were here, you couldn't really speak on it, but now you can.
Yeah.
So
I could touch on it.
tell us what's going on.
I definitely touched on it. So I want people to get this very clear. This isn't me. Like, this is old. This is old as fuck. Like, we're past 2 decades of this, right?
But there's a lot of things that's still unclear, though.
And eventually it'll all be out in the forefront, right? I am not the one that keeps bringing this shit up. All I wanted to do was tell my truth. Tell my truth, so I started to tell it. And then they started to not want me to tell it.
Who is they?
The family that you just mentioned.
Kardashians.
So we did a settlement agreement. And without saying too much, money was paid. They were supposed to put out press to say, hey, we're finally closing this matter. They had their quote. I had my quote. We're ready to go. It never happened. Contracts were breached. Episodes are still up. We were never supposed to mention the sex tape ever again. This is in 2023. This is not 2004. This is right now, leading up till today. And for me, I got a son and a daughter. And to make me out to be the revenge porn guy who you overcame the stress and you know, I did this to you, and then you guys battled through it and you won, and it was a horrible time in your life. You know, that's a false narrative. And for me, you know, it's really not about the money. It's really about the truth moving forward for my kids and for my family, and for their legacy, right? I don't really, I'm not tripping off legacy. It's truth. It's good and bad. It's horrible things people can do to somebody. And then there's the reality of all of us being together and all of us taking accountability for fucking the game and twisting these stories and becoming successful. When it became, you're the one who did this to us, it was a problem for me.
That's what they said to you.
That's the story.
That's the narrative that.
So before I comment on that, I'm gonna let y'all know, Ray J, he's been a wild boy, right? And when I say he's been a wild boy, Ray J is known for being unfiltered, saying a lot of things, and you know, people look at Ray J now, you know, they know he will say what he want to say, but that's neither here or there how somebody is. Well, he isn't no person to where you could be like, oh, he's not being truthful, because he stayed consistent. So I want to let y'all know that. But as you can see, he say this is not new. This is something that's been going on. That is Cam Newton. He's a former NFL football player, Jordan. I'm sorry about that, Cam Newton. He was the #1 pick out of Auburn, right? He won the Heisman Trophy. He was a NFL MVP, and he went to a Super Bowl. He didn't win the Super Bowl, but he took his team. So he was a pretty good quarterback. I apologize about that. That is Cam Newton. His show is called Fourth and One, and he is he was a great player at his time. And hold on. And one thing about him, he also had a stint with the he also had a stint with the New England Patriots. So a lot of Patriots fans know who he is. He played under Bill Belichick. So he was very he right there. I had to fix that his little iPad for him. So yeah. But if you've been following this story, and I know a lot of people, it's a lot of background on this story, because I want to make this clear, right? And Ray J gonna get into it, but I don't want to spoil it. But at that time, it was another person that's going to be brought up later who was famous for having one of them nasty tapes, right? But as you can see, Ray J is tired because he say it was a breach. Let me let y'all hear this again.
You had a recent legal news with the Kardashians. The last time you were here, you couldn't really speak on it, but now you can.
Yeah.
So
I could touch on it.
tell us what's going on.
I definitely touched on it. So, I want people to get this very clear. This isn't me. Like, this is old. This is old as fuck. Like, we're past 2 decades of this, right?
But there's a lot of things that's still unclear, though.
And eventually it'll all be out in the forefront, right? I am not the one that keeps bringing this shit up. All I wanted to do was tell my truth. Tell my truth, so I started to tell it. And then they started to not want me to tell it.
Who is they?
The family that you just mentioned.
Kardashians.
So we did a settlement agreement. And without saying too much, money was paid. They were supposed to put out press to say, hey, we're finally closing this matter. They had their quote. I had my quote. We're ready to go. It never happened. Contracts were breached. Episodes are still up. We were never supposed to mention the sex tape ever again. This is in 2023. This is not 2004. This is right now, leading up till today. And for me, I got a son and a daughter. And to make me out to be the revenge porn guy who you overcame the stress and you know, I did this to you and then you guys battled through it and you won and it was a horrible time in your life, you know, that's a false narrative. And for me, you know, it's really not about the money. It's really about the truth moving forward for my kids and for my family and for their legacy, right? I don't really, I'm not tripping off legacy. It's truth. It's good and bad.
Well, as you can see, right? And shout out to everybody who popping in. Make sure y'all please hit that like button, share if you can. Love you and appreciate it to death. It helped the algorithms and thems. So as you can see in 2023, Ray J is explaining, because this is all Ray J explained, that him and the Kardashians, they came with an agreement to where it was not going to be talked about, the naughty tape that they did. And there was a payoff, right? But as Ray J saying, they breached that because they keep talking about it. Let's get into this next clip. I just wanted to let y'all hear that again. Let's get into this next one. This was good.
Well,
you're the bad guy.
It's not my narrative, but it's for the longest, it was painted as you being the direct person that released the tapes.
We said the same thing.
Correct.
Without their consent.
Were you?
Absolutely not. It doesn't even, it doesn't work like that.
Who released the tapes then? If you didn't do it, did Kim do it?
We all did it together.
It don't work like that.
It does work like that. Kris Jenner did the deal. Kim and I both signed 12.5% together. Her handwriting is on my contract. Her handwriting is on my addendum.
What contract are we talking about? Are we talking about 2023?
The 23 is, so they're suing me because they felt I defamed them because I'm telling the truth. So
in lack of a better term, the 2023 document was hush money, so to speak.
If you want to put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're talking about.
So the 2023, once we signed and we all did the deal, we were never supposed to talk about the sex tape ever again.
Ever.
It was done. Signed on the dotted line. We all met together. Money was paid. Money was still being paid. Money's still being paid. Money's still owed. But you breached the contract. It's still up on Hulu. You keep dropping more gems about the tape and breaching the contract. And so now you're suing me. And you want everything to be sealed in this defamation suit. But the judge just said, no, we're denying that. We want to see all of it.
Okay. So
that doesn't have anything to do with 2005. If you look at the first contracts, it's online. You know, of course, you do 100 million contracts. The addendum, you know what that is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a page where we're writing what we're selling. This is what we're selling.
And to make it official, you need a signature to.
But you also need to write what you're selling.
Correct.
If you look at my contract, you know how you go with your girl to the doctor? Your girl or your mom takes you to the doctor. Well, they usually fill out the stuff and then you just do it, right? As somebody, you know, who's either younger or not as responsible, whatever. So you fill out the document. So I fill out my part. The addendum, I didn't put that. That's her handwriting on my contract. That's way before this new shit that's happening. Bottom line is, like, it's so confusing to the listener. It's so confusing to the person seeing it. And what I want to say is that I don't want to be the person looked at like I'm trying to keep this shit alive. I'm tired of this shit. I want to move on with my life. They're the ones who keep this shit open and keep poking the bear and keep trying to take everything from me and keep trying to make me into this bad person and then try to drain all my money out of my account because they got 5 or 6 lawyers on all of these cases right now and trying to end me and think that we can't survive. So I spent all my money on the best lawyers too. I got the best lawyers just like them. Howard King is better than Alex Spiro, whatever the fuck his name is. But I called him personally and I said, bro, I have the truth, bro. You're fucking in muddy waters. You're playing around in some shit that you don't want to be playing around with. For your career, I hit him personally because it's personal to me. But
don't you have a lawyer for that though?
I do.
Now, as you can see, they came up with that deal in 2023. Well, whenever they put it out, not in 2005, they did the addendum. Addendum, is a form of approval, that it could be put out that they all agreeing with it. You know how he say he signed his name in there, and you you're supposed to sign your name, but he say Kim wrote everything else in her handwriting, right? They both signed it for like 12.5%, right? So now that's already shady because the judge say, no. We want to see everything, right? We want to see everything. And I don't know what the story is or who telling the truth. But the one thing I do know, these people, they do have a long record, right? Ask Kanye, right? Ask Kanye how they are, right? So, Ray J said, they got all these lawyers. We know how high-powered they are. So he had to go get lawyers, but he's going to get into it some more. Check out this next clip.
Do is tell the truth, or we're done.
So when you say breached, the breach of contract happened when they mentioned it on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
They always mention it on here.
Okay.
And they always make me look really bad.
Yeah. So for everybody's understanding, we think we seen a sex tape. How many sex tapes exist?
3.
How many did the public see?
I think 1.
And you're saying Kris Jenner was a part of all 3 in some capacity, with knowing that this was happening.
She made us do it. She made us shoot him, bro. She watched them. I had the first one that was long time ago. She made us do more, bro. She made us do more, and she watched us, and she watched it.
So Kris Jenner was in the room while you were having sex with Kim?
No.
Okay, so...
Because then at that point, I was young and naive. So when she sent us to Santa Barbara to do it, at that point, I was like, it's just weird, but... And I hate to say it because I was super dumb and I was super naive and I was young. I was like, man, I think I'm gonna fuck her mama too, because why does she want us to keep doing, as a young man, I'm like 22 or so, like, I'm like, I think that they wanna, it's awkward. Now to have kids is disgusting. But back then, 20 years ago, you don't think the way you think now. And it's sad to do that to us. So I've said it before, and they've tried to muffle me and pay me and do all of this other stuff. And they've attempted to, they've given me money. They tried to bully me and intimidate me through this process. And now we're in court. And I think, in the long run, I think the truth always comes to light. That's what they said. That's if you have faith and you have belief in the right thing, then eventually the truth will come to light. My kids are good. They know it's real. They know we're real. We're good people. And we're not what we're depicted to be.
Now, that was a bold statement by Ray J, right? He said Kris Jenner orchestrated it. She orchestrated it. Could it be true? I don't know. Yes, no, maybe so. Who knows? Right? But with the record, in the way, we seen them individuals as a family handle stuff, right? We, I can't tell you if it's true. I can't tell you if it's not true. Right? I can't. But one thing I can say, it got you thinking. Let's check out this next clip, y'all.
So to this point, and this is all I want.
Pause.
Kris Jenner orchestrated the whole sex tape thing.
1,000%.
Say less.
1,000%.
Do you think this happens because the Kardashians saw the success of Paris Hilton's sex tape?
That was the strategy. That's my strategy. That's when I told her how it was gonna work. If you do this now, it's gonna pop for you. That's me being a strategic marketer. I seen the vision.
A sex tape though?
So Paris and Kim are best friends. She's getting pub. She already has an old one. Paris is killing it. Drop it now. Whether your relationship or whatever is over, it doesn't matter. You can take over. Right then, it's out of my hands. My mom's gonna get involved. She has it from here. Done. I didn't know Steve Hirsch. I didn't know Joe Francis. I can get Joe Francis on the phone. He's the one that connected everybody. Girls Gone Wild. I didn't know him before Kris introduced us to all of them. And again, if I told you we saw aliens yesterday, you wouldn't believe me. That's what this kind of story is. That's how vivid this is, so to speak. It's a very uncomfortable story, but it's real, man.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It was just 1 minute. Let's start that over. Listen carefully. All right? Because he ain't on her assuming nothing. He telling us Kris Jenner, the mother, did it. Oh, my.
So to this point, and this is all I want.
Pause.
Kris Jenner orchestrated the whole sex tape thing.
1,000%.
Say less.
1,000%.
Do you think this happens because the Kardashians saw the success of Paris Hilton's sex tape?
That was the strategy. That's my strategy. That's when I told her how it was gonna work. If you do this now, it's gonna pop for you. That's me being a strategic marketer. I seen the vision.
A sex tape though?
So Paris and Kim are best friends. She's getting pub. She already has an old one. Paris is killing it. Drop it now. Whether your relationship or whatever is over, it doesn't matter. You can take over. Right then, it's out of my hands. My mom's gonna get involved. She has it from here. Done. I didn't know Steve Hirsch. I didn't know Joe Francis. I can get Joe Francis on the phone. He's the one that connected everybody. Girls Gone Wild. I didn't know him before Kris introduced us to all of them. And again, if I told you we saw aliens yesterday, you wouldn't believe me. That's what this kind of story is. That's how vivid this is, so to speak. It's a very uncomfortable story, but it's real, man. And it's real in this industry of how people with money can make you believe anything and do deals with people who are trusting them to be honest and good people and promote their brand or get them out of jail, innocent people out of jail, while there's an innocent person in this mix with you that you're having fun with, pushing us down, stealing money from my sister, stealing money from my mom, and still continuing to be aggressively bad people to try to suppress us. Mm-hmm. And we have no support. I have no support. Nobody's gonna get behind what I'm saying. Fucks up all their money. But when the truth comes to light, it all works in I think God's favor and the truth's favor. Because, let's look at OJ, and I hate to bring OJ up. We don't know what happened. He was acquitted, so that's it. We know that in the court. Everybody still speculates that he did it. If you saw a tape or saw the proof or saw something that confirms that, it would move you the wrong way. Should we hold for sound?
No.
Okay. It will move you a different way. Or if an alien actually walked out, a real one, it will move you a different way, even though you know that there's aliens here. You know the story. Everybody knows the story. Everybody feels it in their heart of who did what. I don't want to keep being the person that is looked at as even thirsting for this. I want this shit to be over with right now. All you gotta do is tell the truth. We don't even have to go to court. It's over. Just go on camera and tell them what really happened and what really is, so my daughter and son can move on when they get older. They're gonna have to see these kids and go through this fucking vortex of either lies or we'll be done with it before they understand what it is. That's my goal. Mm-hmm. They're 6 and 7. I have a daughter. They talking about We doing this for your kids. How the fuck you doing this for my kids, giving me a couple $1 million? That ain't shit. It's the truth. That's supposed to come with that, and it hasn't. Lie detector test, lying under oath, saying y'all had nothing to do with it, grown-ass women with successful careers, tearing down another black family, as they do.
Okay, now it's a lot to unwrap in that. Because this is where it makes sense, whether anybody believes it's the truth or not. Everybody got the right to their own opinion. Paris Hilton, look her up. Her and Kim Kardashian were best friends. It's the truth. Paris Hilton, her famous naughty tape, which wasn't impressive at all, but to the public, it was impressive, right? 1 second, y'all, 1 second. My baby. 1 second, y'all. No, my 10-year-old up, little baby in there, just trying to be the bully of the house, right? Trying to be the bully of the house, right? Little bully. Oh, Lord, y'all know whoever got children. Y'all know your parents always tell you how them kids control the house. And my little one is a perfect example. Do y'all hear him? He is a mess. If he is there trying to really bully his brother. So give me a quick second.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine.
Sorry about that, my people. You know, I had to go calm down the little bully, but parents always told you, right? Or just people who had kids say, man, when you got kids, that little baby gonna run the house. Well, my first son, they wasn't like that. But with him, you talking about the little Tasmanian, oh Lord. Shout out to Pretty Kooky. She is the truth. That's my favorite song of the year. But like I said, it was a lot to unwind in there because remember I was telling y'all about Paris Hilton. I'm sorry. She did her naughty tape, which blew her up, and her and Kim Kardashian was best friends, right? And y'all gonna hear more about that, right? Because Cam Newton is gonna bring that up, or Ray J gonna bring that back up. But y'all also heard in there where he said they stole money from my sister. Now, if y'all know who his sister is, that's Brandy. I don't know what I'll do without you from the beginning to the end. Someone to call you my best friend. Brandy, right? Monica. The boy is mine, you know, bro, like you heard him say that they stole. I'm not gonna tell you who yet, but one of them is Kim, right? So let's go to the next clip, because Ray J breaking it down.
Only thing is with us is that everybody else you can do that to, but you can't do it to me and you can't do it to the truth. We will not fucking back down. Everybody should take accountability. I take full accountability for all the shit that we did. They should do the same. To not do it and make me the bad guy, that's just not fair. You're already rich, just tell the truth. It's not gonna do nothing to you. It'll help.
All right, y'all, we're gonna play it again. Like he said, I forgot that part. He said, I just want them to tell the truth, because in the agreement, y'all, where he stated that they were gonna sign the agreement and come out and make a statement, you know, in his favor, right? That he wasn't the one who did that, because if anybody know, it's been going around the notion that it was Ray J, right? So now let's continue. I'm sorry.
Only thing is with us is that everybody else you can do that to, but you can't do it to me and you can't do it to the truth. We will not fucking back down. Everybody should take accountability. I take full accountability for all the shit that we did. They should do the same. To not do it and make me the bad guy, that's just not fair. You're already rich, just tell the truth. It's not gonna do nothing to you. It'll help me.
But do you think it'll help them?
It won't do anything. If it does, so be it. But if you tell the truth, then we can move on. All you gotta do is go out and say, yeah, I did it. I orchestrated it. I hooked it all up. All of this shit. And that's it. And I'm only saying what's legally being able to be said because the judge denied their motion. They have to redact all the things in that settlement so the world can see it and the judge can see it, and you'll see it for yourself.
Yeah. Now, just so we're on the same page, you said they stole from you, or they stole from your sister, they stole from your mom. You're using that as an example because of the lawyer fees attached to this, or?
They stole 800 grand, it was like 600,000 to 800,000 off my mom's credit card and Brandy's credit card.
To do what?
They stole it. So Kim and Chloe was my sister's assistants. Kim was doing closets. They didn't have any money. All that's a lie. They worked for Brandy. Brandy said, go shopping for me. They swiped the card and get Brandy 3 or 4 Jimmy Choo shoes or whatever, or clothes, whatever, and then they'll get themselves like 4 or 5 shoes too. Over and over for months and months and months until they ran up to like almost $1 million. Then my mom gave them the card. My mom don't spend money. My mom is very frugal. Mm-hmm. They spent like 100 bands on her card running it up, and that's how she found it.
Still fashion?
On all kind of shit, bro. Okay. They had my mom's credit card. They thought my mom spent like Brandy spent. And stole all their money, bro. They got caught. They had to pay it back. It's in court. They had to pay it back. It's just Brandy is a good person, and I guess she was in a situation where she couldn't speak on it, so they got away with it. They paid the money back, or they paid majority. I don't know. They got caught. It's court documents. You stole almost $1 million from my family. At the same time, you pointed the finger at me and said, I'm the bad guy. You did this to us. A family with morals and values, and said, bitch, suck my dick. Oh, my bad. You already did that. There's nothing left. So I'm carving out another career because I can't go mainstream. They got the mainstream on lock. You fuck with us, they not fucking with you. So here's the reality stars and grimy shows and traumatic shows in another lane that you can't fuck with. There's the scooty bikes and there's the earbuds with partners in Korea that you can't fuck with, that I can continue to build brands. Like, we make 80 million a year on Raycon when we started. 8 million, 40 million, 80, 80, 80, 80. What could I possibly, like, how much would I make if I was the person that is really who I am? Like you're making me bad, so I'm surviving. And then every like 5 or 6 years, they bring it back up. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up.
Okay, now, it's a lot to unpack in there. Remember, he said they stole money from my sister, and he said his mom too, right? Crazy work. They stole money from his sister and his mom. Right? And if you see, Chloe is the one to the far left, the second one to the left, and Kim is right by her. He said these two stole $600,000 to $800,000. It's in court document. They have to pay the money back. Now you gotta understand, saying something like that, as high powered as them people are, you're just not gonna say it. You're gonna put your thought into your thinking. Ray J said it's in court document. How can you not believe that? Right? And like he said, these people are an entity. I mean, the net worth of the Kardashians. Are you kidding me? The net worth of the Kardashians. Are you kidding me? All right. He said, I'm going to go up against them. Right? Y'all heard him. How I'm going to go up against them. Right? But he said the judge seen the BS that they tried to pull with the documents. Now they got to redact them all so we can see everything. Right? Everything. So, this is real. Now, when you say how powerful they are, because we got some more clips to get to, let's talk about it. Right? First off, let's talk about the Jenner dude, right? Or whatever. Right? You know, the guy who was a man turned into a woman, now he goes as Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner was, let me just say Jenner. Jenner was named one of Glamour magazine's Women of the Year in 2015. In this first year, transforming. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How silly is that? This Jenner dude won Glamour magazine Woman of the Year. His first year transforming to whatever he believe he is, right? Because a man is a man and a woman is a woman, right? Sorry, that's genetics. And sit up here and say, oh, I felt like I was this all my life. Okay, you can feel like you was some all your life, but reality is reality. But I'm talking about power. That's how much power they had. This dude won, he was one of Glamour's magazine Women of the Year in 2015. So you want to talk about power? They total family net worth between Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, and Rob Kardashian is $4 to $5 billion combined. Let me break this down. From the lowest, Rob Kardashian, his net worth is around 10 million. Kendall Jenner, about 60, 70 plus million. Kourtney Kardashian, about 100 million. Khloe Kardashian, about 110 million. Kris Jenner, 250 million. Kim Kardashian, $2 billion. Kylie Jenner, $2.5 billion. So when you talk about, when Ray J speak on power, do you see it? Ask Kanye how much power they got. Ask my receiver, Miles Austin, when he used to play for the Cowboys, how much power they got. So if you don't think it's truth and validity, and when you talk about power, right? When them people I just named between 4 and 5 billion, and how did they become so popular, y'all? Because as y'all remember, right when they show was about to launch, the naughty tape came out. The naughty tape came out. It was so much of a buzz around the naughty tape. Like Ray J saying, it makes sense. Means, motive, opportunity, like we're looking at in the case. Her best friend was, just said the girl name. Her best friend was, you know, what's the girl name from, I just said her name. Shit, what the fuck is her name? I'm sorry, y'all, it's early. Yeah, Hilton, Paris Hilton. Thank you, Jordan. Paris Hilton, right? Like Paris Hilton, right? Think about what type of coincidence is that, right? Because when that came out of Paris Hilton, that blew her up bigger than life. Bigger than life. So now, I want you to understand, the video of Paris Hilton, the video is called One Night in Paris. It was recorded in 2024 with her and her then boyfriend, Rick Solomon. It was leaked publicly in 2023 and became a major media scandal at the time. Paris Hilton has said many times that she felt it was released without her full consent and that it had a serious emotional impact on her. She later received a legal settlement related to it being distributed. Please. Please. She flown it around because as soon as that made her super popular after that came out, you seen her with everybody. Everybody. I'm talking about she was in a relationship with everybody. Because that naughty tape blew Paris Hilton up. Right? It blew her up. And her best friend was Kim Kardashian. Oh, and then all of a sudden, it comes out. You kidding me? How is that not believable? All right. And then the 600 to 800K that the little secretaries, Kim Kardashian and Khloe, were secretaries to Brandy, as we found out. She was sending them to go get her things, and they ran up almost $1 million. Let's continue.
It's happening in 2026.
Yeah, but this a lot of this,
I'm defaming you. How can I defame you?
a lot of this is new to the public. It's not new to you.
No. I'm saying everything is new, but the main public is tired of this whole story because it's so long.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Most people will say, we know they did it. No, you don't. You feel it. But strapping yourself to lie detector tests and saying you have nothing to do with it, an old chick like that, it's not fair. You don't got to do that.
So I was always wondering how you guys actually met. And
Brandy hooked it up. But again, I'm saying everything that's out in the public right now, that's already out there that everybody can check out. We've been blackballed, same as anybody they come encounter with that they don't fuck with is done. They're petty. Like, we're gonna be we have all day for you. Just like they tried to do Black China like that. I was watching them in court, they coming in all fly from the just confident. I swear to God, it won't be like that with this. I swear to you, they wouldn't be able to pull that. So, my lawyer's one of the best lawyers out. They got some of the best lawyers. That shit is expensive as fuck. Mm-hmm. And my lawyers deserve every penny. I tried to get some random lawyers. Bro, you can't fight big lawyers with little lawyers, which is weird because if you got the truth, that's all that should matter. So I got a gang of money, bro, gone. And they're loving it. They're loving to watch us sink instead of sailing off.
So I want y'all to think about this. He just said something. Don't that trickle in this community? What he just said? The injustice that we can see that's going towards the GOAT. And how we have to see the GOAT have to pay all this money. Remember the GOAT saying on his live that he almost spent $1 million in legal fees? When you're going up against unlimited money, you got to go get good lawyers. Shout out to Mark Bettero and Tim Brader. Because in this game, as we see, it pays the cost to be the boss, right? And when you're going up with people with all that money like that, unlimited resources, like we're seeing the GOAT steady going up against these people with unlimited resources. He didn't have to spend $1 million in legal fees. And we know he's telling the truth. But like Ray J just said, these people can be petty. When you have money, you go against them, they will get you out of there if you are a local Joe Blow. They are petty. Let's continue.
There's a saying that says the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
I swear to God, that's probably one of the most accurate quotes I've ever heard. You know why? Because for them, it's like you did this agreement with us, and then a month later, you back talking about the tape again. You breached the contract. And in my opinion, this is my opinion, the whole thing was done in malice. So forget just the regular damages. You're talking punitive damages. You're talking somebody who knew that this was coming out. The whole fucking contract is void. That's why I started going hard. And now I'm defaming y'all? Fuck out of here. You wanted the judge to not know about the settlement. You just wanted them to know about what I said. And so the judge said, no, I'm denying that shit. I want to see it all.
So for clarity, you're the victim.
I'm a victim. I'm a victim. And I tried to give KK some kind of victim too, because I felt like there's something in there that victimizes her through the people who have the knowledge, who put us through it. But the loyalty behind their regime makes her equal to Kris. When deep down, I feel like she's been a little bit victimized too, a little bit, until she stood by it and stood on it with the loyalty of the KK regime. And so, you know, it's like a federation, you know? So, you know, and it's gonna take so much longer. We're talking 2027, 2028, 2029. That's how much you can try to push it back when you got money. That's another 5, 6 million I gotta pay. 7, 8. I gotta go get 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool.
Like I say, 26, 27, 28, 29. Shout out to Lollipop. I'm sorry, I spelled your name wrong. I apologize. Love you to death. As we seem to go through this year after year after year after year, it's 2026. Halfway of it, almost over. Still going through this. Then have to spend $1 million in legal fees. Because, like Ray J say, when you're dealing with a federation, when you have the Kardashians who are combined totaled worth 4 to 5 billion, it pays the cost to be the boss, to compete, to have a fair shake at winning. All right? And it's messed up, right? It's messed up because, like he said, they want to get him for defamation because of things he been saying when they had already breached. So he said, the judge said, no. Bring me in the regular forms, unredacted. Think if this one Ray J who had money or sister who had money or like that. Think, you know, like, think about that. And this is the truth. I'll get to my truth in a minute, but I'm telling you, he was a pawn in this, right? I ain't to an attorney, they never said a good attorney. You need money to get good attorneys. Talk that talk, Jordan. Let's get to this next clip, man. Boy, this is amazing, y'all.
Do you think that Kim has been exploited by her mother? Is that what you mean, the victimization of Kim?
There's just something inside that doesn't move me right. But again, the loyalty and the jankiness behind what they're doing now, it hurts. It's suicidal thoughts come into play because there's no way they can get away with it. But it is a way they can. So faith and hope and all of these things are there, but you know, the judicial system and it could sway a different way. But I feel like the judge that's involved is straight up and they're doing everything fair. So I believe in the system at this point.
You see that? But he being too nice. Let's listen to that again.
Do you think that Kim has been exploited by her mother? Is that what you mean, the victimization of Kim?
There's just something inside that doesn't move me right. But again, the loyalty and the jankiness behind what they're doing now, it hurts. It's suicidal thoughts come into play because there's no way they can get away with it. But it is a way they can. So faith and hope and all of these things are there, but you know, the judicial system and it could sway a different way. But I feel like the judge that's involved is straight up and they're doing everything fair. So I believe in the system at this point.
So basically, just to keep it frank, let me tell you what he was really saying. Absolutely. Right? But like you say, he going through what he got to go through, so it's mixing his words that he could say right now, but absolutely. He's saying that this was a plot plan, you know, like whoop-de-whoop. Absolutely. Shout out to the beautiful Laura Orlando. She in the building, ladies and gentlemen. She say, hello, Sunrise Testing Vimbo. Can you check? You know, I'm technically not smoking. Before I do that, I love you so much. Let me turn you up. Oh my God. Oh my God, child. She just, yeah, oh, it works, Laura. Oh, Laura, baby, it worked. It worked. Let me turn you up a couple of more times. Oh man, hold up. I ain't lying. Say this is my new turn up. I ain't gonna. Man, my kids got tired of me. Not tired of me, boy, but we would listen to that all day today. Cause you know I was in my mouth. Love, I love you so much. Now hold up, we're not done. Baby, you know how I'm coming for you. That whole love. Hold up. We're not through. Let's go with the original, cause oh my Lord, you the truth, baby.
I ain't never represent, baby. I ain't do no wrong. I can clean up good for you.
Oh man, I love Laura to death. She said, "Oh, my favorite show." To say, "Oh yeah, but it's a new one right here," and I love you so much and thank you so much. It's like I thank everybody for y'all support. Laura, turn up with. Say, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. These white kids and the way they dance. And see, look, I thought they was really dancing to this music, y'all, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's okay. I don't even know what my comment was. Or who comment was. But look, I found out today that people just put music to this. But they was dancing. They had a prom or something, y'all. But turn up, Lord. And you know I'm a boomer, Jordan. I'm sorry. Now look, Laura been a member for 6 months, right? And I love her to death for that, right? So if y'all ain't rocking with Laura or Nardo, I love her to death. Guess what?
It doesn't matter what you think.
Man, I love you to death, Laura Nardo, like I love everybody else, right? Now, no, but they don't. It was just that one little part right there. I just was having, they were just like, oh yeah, but I understand that. Sometimes I get a little naughty too, my bad, I let them make it with that one today, but like I say, with money and power, right? When I seen this interview, right? All I could think about was the GOAT in his situation, right? I still be listening to everybody. I just don't comment, y'all. I still be listening to everybody, so trust that. And how the GOAT said that he done spent $1 million in legal fees going up against the freaking Commonwealth, high power federation with the resources. If you wasn't who the GOAT was, who made himself self-made, right? And just a regular person, railroad. Let's get into this clip right here.
Do you think that the Kardashians owe you for their success in some way?
I don't think so. There's no way. There's no way for me.
Before this, now granted, rest in peace to Rob Kardashian, or the father.
I went to the funeral with them. I was in the car with them. I went to the funeral. I was in the car with the family. That's how close we all were. This isn't like some wham bam thank you ma'am. Like I was with her. Regardless, rest in peace. That's the narrative. So when people go, your dick did this, nah. Strategy and strategic planning from the higher power ups that know what they're doing. Like the mom. That's how they built the business, not me. I was just a tool on the board. I was just a piece. I can't take that credit. It wasn't me.
But no one knew Ken before that happened.
But in order to build $1 billion business, you have to have strategic planning.
Facts.
And you have to have years of planning. So you have to pre-plan for at least 2 or 3 years. So you can make notes and then you can alter the schedule as it grows. But here's our 3-year plan. I was just a dick. Getting sucked.
Is there ever, or is there a world that exists where you could spin the block on Ken?
I've never ever wanted to even do that. I really believe in my own world, right? I mean, I never thought about it, you know? I've seen her in the mediations and what it is now was not what it was then. And again, I don't want to talk bad about anybody. I'm exhausted. I want it to stop today. All you gotta do is just tell the truth.
But you can never go back to Kim.
And do what?
Be in a relationship.
I mean, that's loud.
That's heavy.
That's loud.
But I have to ask the question.
I mean, I'm still married.
What?
I'm still married.
But you're going through a divorce.
But I still love Princess.
Did you ever love Kim?
Love her? I love her. My sister wanted me to love her.
Now, as we know, first off, just that last part, he lying. He loved her, right? He loved her. You could tell he loved her, right? First part where Cam Newton asked him, and this interview was about a week and a half ago. First part when Cam Newton asked him, do you think this success is because of you, right? Okay, he said, no. He was just basically in between his legs, right? Because the naughty tape is what boomed them, right? But I'm gonna disagree with him, and I'm gonna agree with him, right? I'm gonna disagree with him when he first said no, he wasn't the reason. Yes, you absolutely were. Yes, you absolutely were the reason. Because I remember it, and I'm not trying to be, I remember it. And so I'm gonna just keep it there. Because I'm trying to do better with my language. I promise y'all I am. But it was very intense. And trust me, that's why Kim Kardashian became, like who she was. Like the thing about it is, I'm gonna say this, it wasn't even like it was just like it was no Tommy Lee and Pamela, it wasn't no Tommy Lee and Pam. But it was set the world on fire. I'm gonna just say it like that. When it dropped. So I'm gonna disagree with him on that. He's definitely a big part of the reason that they blew up. Because nobody was checking for them. Nobody didn't give a damn about the Kardashians or they show that was coming out. They didn't have no buzz. It's the truth. But when that naughty tape came out, boy, it went to the moon and beyond like a skyrocket. Look at Kylie Jenner. She richer than all of them. So his part was very instrumental. Right? And like I said on the last part, he lied, said that he didn't love her. Yes, you did. You stated to us earlier in the same sense that you rode with them, RIP to their father when he passed away. So stop it, Ray J. Stop. Now, I get the pain and stuff like that, but he loved her. Right? He did. Right? And allegedly, as we could see, they used him as a tool. Right. Look at him now. Look at them. I think about Kanye. That's what I think about, right? Because y'all got to understand, people will believe in Ray J at first until we start seeing what Kanye was going through with them. That's the truth. Yeah, yes, actions speak louder than words, Lorraine. He still does, yep. Because you know what? That relationship was deep. If them two was working for your sister, come on, fam. But he also right. If they working for your sister, come on, Ray J. We knew you was in it, right? We knew that you was, like, come on. At that time, she, before all the other stuff, she, we get it, so yeah. So I understand the hurt and what you, but we know that you was deeply in love with that woman, right? And you were deeply involved with her success, and you basically got the low end of the stick, but not that you got it like you were in the wrong, right? But you got it to where like you were made to be the super villain, right? Smack dab in the middle where they wanted him though, right? Yep. Facts. Whew. This was diabolical because, like he said, they orchestrated this. You gotta understand, they orchestrated this, right? Like he said. And, just like a car or anything like at your house, you got to get some WD-40 or get extra screws to if your drugs are loose to get it right. So things gonna change over time, right? And you mix and move, like, right? And that's exactly what they did, right? And they did it well. But the way Ray J coming out here talking, when it's a lawsuit against them, and they went to court and they tried to say defamation, the judge say, hold up, what about the other agreement? And why did y'all bring this stuff in here to me all redacted? I'm sorry. Laura, right? And the judge told him, no. I'm talking about the Kardashians. Y'all got to bring that back unredacted. And like Ray J saying, it's all in the news. Ain't nothing he's saying is lying. And, we found out that these people stole Chloe and Kim stole a Millie. Using Brandy and his mama credit card, stole 100,000, stole, off the mama card, stole, like you said, about 600 to 800,000. That's a milli to me, right? Then they have to pay it back. He just can't come out and just say that, y'all. He said it's documented, right? And like he also stated, he said he got to do these lower rated shows. He can't even get a job no more or get connected because of the power they got. And if y'all don't think that is true, look at what the GOAT going through. Right? We ain't no celebrities. Right? You think there ain't no truth to what he's saying? Or what people with money could do to you if they trying to like whoop-de-whoop, then they signed the deal? No, I don't either. I don't either, Laura. I'm with you. I don't like them either, right? I don't like them either. Um, I don't like them either. At all. At all. Like I said, Ray J do a lot of wild stuff on the internet, right? You know, people, you know, like he do. But I looked at this as real Ray J, right? Because they tried to give him millions in 2023 to hush, be quiet, shh, don't say nothing. But they keep talking about it on Hulu. They said they was gonna take it down, right? They said they was gonna come out and make it right with the public because, like he said, he got a daughter and a son who gonna have to see this. Like he said, look, you don't think back in the day, you know, when you doing, you young, dumb, and full of, you know, right? But this crazy work, y'all, diabolical, right? Sex tape got out. Naughty tape. Oh, coincidence, the GOAT got a naughty tape that got out. Oh my. Right? So, this is crazy, but I look at it like this. My opinion ain't law or nothing. You know, people got to take for what they see out of this. But I want to hear from you. Do you believe Ray J? Do you think this is something else? Right? Because to me, it seems like it's something. Right? Think about Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian. Think about them. Think about. Listen. Think about that dude, the Jenner dude, who Kylie and the other girl, Daddy. He was one of Women's of the Year after his first year transform. Are you kidding me? Like I tell you, power. I'm bothered by this, right? Because like he said, the power will beat you. Thank you, Laura. The power will beat you. And when I found out this Jenner dude, you know, when it happened, was named one of Glamour Magazine's Women of the Year in 2015, I was stunned. Right? Absolutely horrific. People got the right to be what they want to be. But don't change the scope of reality. Right? Let's not do that. So I'm I'm heavily bothered by this. But like Ray J say, if he didn't have money, if he didn't have lawyers who could compete with them, he'll just be like, he'll be just like Castaway, right? And if you say, Lord, they're trying to fit the narrative, they are, right? They really are. Boy, having power is for real. We seeing it. We seeing it. But when you have a force going against you, if you don't got no money and you're a regular smoke, man, you out of there. Think, like, look, y'all. It's in our face. Think about this, right? Because Ray J got the money, right? But think about the GOAT, right? Who is a celebrity now, right? Who turned himself into one of them ones where everything's starting to roll for him, right? His moment that he worked hard for them years, the blood, sweat, and tears. He done spent $1 million in legal fees. He supposed to be a millionaire. Multi-millionaire, because he worked his ass off to do it, right? But when you got a federation coming against you, you have to get top lawyers and Mark Betterow and Tim Bradle. Yep. And that's where it get a lot with what people talk about. I heard people saying they speak when they speak on women who do this and who are money hungry and who will play you and make your way. They call them Western women. That's a new word they use for women now, who are scandalous like this, right? Because this is, shout out to Miss Lily in the building. What's up, baby? Love you, Miss Lily. To death, oh, I'm so glad to see you. Right? And these Western women who like them Kardashians, right? Who have a infinity long track record of doing these things. I think of another story too. Now I know y'all. I know. So if anybody know who Megan Thee Stallion is, and Klay Thompson is a basketball player, won 4 championships with the Golden State Warriors, him and Steph Curry. And Megan Thee Stallion is a female rapper from Houston, Texas, who has been very successful, right? So this just happened like about a week ago, right? So let me present something to you, all right? Whether you a male or a female, right? Now with Megan Thee Stallion, I love her music. I do. But Megan Thee Stallion came in the rap game. She was on Hot Girl Summer, right? Twerking, shaking the booty, barely wearing clothes, putting herself out there like that. Then she was connected with all these rappers and big time soccer players. And she was always the victim. It was Hot Girl Summer for her, right? And hey, to each his own. If she wanted Hot Girl Summer. She presented herself like that. This was the same girl who had a song with Cardi B called WAP. Y'all look that up and see the definition of that. All right. Right? She presented herself like this. She was connected with the baby, Tory Lane. Let me tell you how scandalous this broad was. This broad, right? Her best friend was having relations with the rapper Tory Lanez, right? And Megan Thee Stallion went behind her best friend and she started having relations with Tory Lanez, right? And this is so crazy because this story is so crazy because these people right here, let me bring them back up. They play into this story. Not that they were involved into it, but where's she at? The little 2.5 billion. Oh, there she is. She at the far right. The far right, underexposed, right? They was at her party, right? I don't know if it was a birthday party or something, right? And if you know who Tory Lanez is, he's a rapper from Canada, right? Great music artist. He's a guy who out there who he liked that, like whoop-de-whoop. So he said he was sitting in the pool. They was all in the pool, right? They say Megan was drunk, right? The best friend was there, and he was looking at Kylie, right? Kylie Jenner. And he said when he looked at her, it's like he seen an angel. He said, that's how beautiful. That's how beautiful. And she's a very beautiful woman, right? So he was flirting with her. And because, that's when her and Travis Scott just whoop-de-whoop. They not together now. So he was flirting with her, and Megan didn't like that. Then the best friend, then Megan was drunk. The best friend didn't even know that Megan was going behind her back messing with Tory Lanez. But she was so drunk at that party, right? When Megan seen Tory Lanez over there flirting with Kylie Jenner, the one at the far right, because she is very beautiful, he said, it's like he seen an angel. He wanted her, right? So they start getting into the big fight, so they have to leave. Her, Tory Lanez, the best friend, right? So Tory Lanez in the penitentiary right now because if y'all know, Megan Thee Stallion got shot in her foot, right? It's allegedly that he shot her in the foot, but a lot of people are speculating that it was the best friend, but Tory took the charge. That's neither here nor there. I just know he in there for it, right? But this is an example of her. Her best friend, Megan Thee Stallion, best friend, didn't even know that, her best friend is a regular girl. She has got Tory Lanez, a superstar, and you go behind my back and you get her. So what that told me about Megan Thee Stallion, y'all, that told me she has always been a side piece. She always been that scandalous girl, right? Because she was with this rapper called Party, right? She played him. Right? She swore on her mother's grave that she wasn't cheating on him, and she was lying. I'm just giving y'all a little back, and that's crazy. They was at, ain't it crazy? He said Tory Lanez said Kylie Jenner looked like an angel, like she was so beautiful. So Megan Thee Stallion, her best friend, found out, but that's what I'm saying, that she messing with her then. That she going behind her back with the dude she thought she had. But Megan Thee Stallion was out here messing with all these rappers, you know, shaking her butt every day on Instagram, showing the whole world her goodies. So now she good with this basketball player, pretty boy, Klay Thompson, superstar in the league, Hall of Famer, right? Klay Thompson, she get with him, dude worth about $300-400 million. Like, you gotta understand, she's a very sexy woman, right? So obviously, yeah, she is attractive to where if you a man, you would want to do something with her. And with Klay Thompson being a basketball player, you know, her being, come on, perfect mix. But see, in Megan's mind, Megan Thee Stallion, the rapper, she thought that this was gonna be, she even made a song talking about my man, 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 my man. She even made a song like that about Klay Thompson. She thought he was gonna be the one. Basketball player, nice looking guy, Hall of Famer, got a bunch of money. She thought, oh my God, I got me one, right? Okay, look, they was in a relationship. Good morning to Arlene Wiley. Good morning, beautiful. They was in a relationship. I'm not saying that it's okay to cheat, because allegedly he cheated on her, right? And I'm not saying that's okay, but Megan Thee Stallion, don't start pointing no fingers, because we can start doing your resume and all the dudes you cheated on, all the girls who you went behind your friends' back and you was messing with their boyfriends, so stop. But I'm not saying it's right that he cheated on her, right? Oh, Laura, it's getting good, Laura. But they weren't even together for a year. And he told her that, you know, he didn't want, he wanted to deal with other women. And she made a post talking about, I was there for you. You weren't even, like, she was talking about like how she was there for him through your nights when you were frustrated, talking about basketball. I gave you my all and you lied to me. You said you didn't want to be monogamous. Now hold up, lady. Excuse me, Megan Thee Stallion. And like y'all, look, this is just, I got to speak the truth. All them nights, you weren't even with him for a year. What are you talking about? What you tell you weren't even with him for a year? Y'all wasn't husband and wife? Yeah, y'all was girlfriend and boyfriend. We seen y'all at some parties, right? But you tried to make him out because he said, you know what? Whoop-de-whoop. You say he cheated and whoop-de-whoop, but Megan. And then she have and look, shout out to her because she getting money. And she ain't got no problem getting no dude. She's a pretty sexy woman. But like I said, she got the nerve to do, she doing a play in New York or something. I forgot what the name of the play was. Then she crying. Oh my God. She cried. What about part A? Right? What about Tory Lanez? What about your best friend? What about all them other people? You weren't even with this dude for a year. And this is another thing, y'all. She done messed with another basketball player who was like the 10th or 11th man on the bench. Right? And I want to make this clear. When you got money, right? I'm not saying it makes it right for you if you a man or a woman to cheat. But when you got money, it's different. Can we be honest about that? When you make your way to the top and you steady rising in your profession, right? Whether you a man or a woman, you're going to get attention from people, right? That's just the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right? Man, look at the GOAT, right? The GOAT is a successful journalist who we call him Jesus journalism. He is the GOAT, the reason for the season, right? A man who started his journey 10 plus years ago, like Drake, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole world popping. He popping. GOAT. And the GOAT dress up nice, keep his hair cut, got baby blue eyes, nice looking fella, right? Funny, could joke around, have a good time. You could just tell that, right? And it's easy to not know somebody, but the GOAT got freaking huge, and he's huge. So a lot of women in the world know who he is, right? And you know, when you start getting popular and start making money and like that, and it's just like that, whether you're a man or a woman. But I'm using Klay Thompson. She thought, this one Megan Thee Stallion thought that she was finna get sympathy. And I'm not on her saying that he was right for whatever, but he told y'all, what made me not feel sorry, and I didn't care no way. You ain't married to somebody, right? You ain't been with them that long, under a year, and you acting like that. Stop. You need therapy, right? So when she put up that post of talking about she there with him is when he had nights of frustration, girl, what? Like, you act like you've been there 10 years. Then she get on that stage and start crying. Girl, stop. So look, but I'm not on her condoning cheating. I'm not. But I'm not on her telling a single person, if you're single, you obligated. You're not. My son's gonna know that. My son's gonna know that. If you single, you're not married, you could do what you want to do. Now, if you like somebody and you know whoop-de-whoop that, but at the end of the day, you single, you single. If you're not married, what is we talking about? Now, I get it. You could be not married and be with somebody for like 3, 4 years, 5 years. Now I get it then. Now that hurts. I'm not talking about that long. Like 2 years, a year and a half. Fuck that. Under a year, shut up. Right? Good morning to the beautiful She Like Texas. She's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know when she come here. I say the stars at night are big and bright. in the heart of Texas. Turn up. This that new turn up she like Texas. And shout out to Oh Sweet Nothing and She Like Texas. I know this your favorite one. I just had to show you the new turn up first. But let's turn up. Oh my God, I love seeing all y'all here, man. That just make my heart feel great. Right? But yeah. This all play back to, you know, what we was talking about today. You know, it was Ray J came out, you know, on Cam Newton show 4th and 1 on YouTube. Go subscribe. Go see the full interview. Because Ray J also said he slept with, listen, say that interview crazy. Go watch that interview. Cuz also said he slept with 12,500 women in his life. It's funny. He said, because Ray J he had some hits, right? And he said it could be 5 or 10 girls in one day. Like when you're young, like, and somebody did the math down, they could say, I bet y'all, I do. And somebody say you do the math, that's like 243 days you got to have sex with a woman, and then you have like 100 and almost 20 days not doing nothing. But it's funny. It's funny. But it's believable. Remember? It's believable. Because I remember when Wilt Chamberlain said he had relations with over 20,000 women. I believe it. Wilt Chamberlain was a star. Right? And this is a thing right here too. I want my women to understand this. I don't knock women. Women, if you're single, do your thing. I don't listen. That's why, and that's what stereotype I hate, right? Because, hold up, wait a minute. Oh my God. She said, before I forget, happy belated birthday, Ray. God bless you all. I get amazed that many yet don't understand what really matters in life. Stay true, Huckleberry always. Man, I love you to death. Oh my God. So I got to turn you up to that blue curtains. Let me turn you up. We right back, y'all. I love you so deaf. Like I love everybody. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make me feel so great. I swear on everything. And I'm supposed to swear, but I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, Shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep. Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. Oh, if I could tear 'em down, let the light pour through. But they hang like chains, stitched with sorrow's hue. Every fold whispers secrets I can't erase. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Now hold up. That was just a turn. We ain't done. Hold up. Turn up, Miss Beautiful Lily. Hold up. One more time. That new turn up. Man, thank you, Lord. Lord say, you keep doing you, Huckleberry. We love you and we're here for you too. Thank y'all so much. And I love y'all. And I'm here. You know, I love y'all to death, right? I love y'all to death, right? Really do. And I'm going to keep grinding hard. Hard, right? But yeah, this is diabolical what we went over today, right? You know, Ray J has been telling the same story consistently for years, right? And now we hearing a lot more that we didn't even know about. That's making everybody look differently. See, when you got a stage like this, when a person get millions and millions of views and you come on there and say the Federation and how they could do you, and if you don't have the money to play with them, then you can get ran over. And instantly when I seen this, all I could think about was the GOAT when I heard him say he done spent $1 million fucking in legal fees. I'm pissed. I ain't got one post to cuss. Jesus. I'm sorry, forgive me, y'all. Then they could carry on and carry on and carry on. He earned that money. Earned every penny of it. Remember what I said about the goat? He didn't walk through the fire. He ran through that BITC, and y'all go finish the last letter. Right? Of hard work, dedication. And Ray J telling us these people got money. Remember, y'all, the 5 or 6 of them is worth between $4 and $5 billion. Y'all think 100 million could coerce a judge? Y'all don't think they got friends that know friends that know friends that know friends that can make it happen? I'm just saying. We know about corruption, right? We know how they play this game. Look at the fight still going on with the disgraceful Michael Proctor and his phone. Corruption. After all what we seen him do and say and whoop-de-whoop in the new videos that came out, shout out to the loophole lawyer, right? We seeing that, and you could just tell the way he acting, trying to put on and, whoop. Like, come on. This shit out here really corrupted. It's from our level to the top. Money changed minds. Lord, when I say makes me mad for him. Exactly, boy. But think about it. The tribe, the community, right? Because he earned every bit of everything he got through his hard work and dedication. Was able to afford him to have 2 great lawyers. And his other lawyers that he gonna have, and the other lawyers that he done had. So think about that. Because the world know what the GOAT did. That's clear cut, no debating. Hey, world, you want the truth? The truth, TRUF? Hey, world, you can't handle the truth. The world know what he did. Clear cut, no debating, all capital letters. And that's why the world moved from him. From the 214 to where I'm at, to around the states where everybody at, to across the ponds where anybody at. Hold up. And you understand, a lot of people look at Ray J like he was just delusional, because he came out with that song, I Hit It First. He came out with a song like I Hit It First because he started making that money. They was blowing up. So, he had to come out, he made a hit, I hit it first. Right? But I can understand now. And I don't know how true this is. But because if it come out on what do you call it, that paper that's on adamant, whatever he said it was, that's her handwriting under there. You know that famous word they say, Houston, we have a problem. Because I feel this could be a major turn because, like Ray J explained, they tried to come in there with all the information redacted, like they didn't do this in 2023 where they was paying him and they breached the contract because they was supposed to get rid of this off of Hulu and they keep bringing it up. And the judge say, no, my friend. But just think about it, y'all. It's been 20 years. And he finally just got a no, my friend. Oh my. But I'm paying attention to this closely. All right. But I want y'all to know I love everybody on here, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all the absolute truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I will see you beautiful people soon. Thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart.
I'm the champion, feel the rush, the crowd goes wild.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously, I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting their teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame. That nigga bitch, he puss. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that boots and tucking their tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker, nigga. Do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas. Better leave me be, okay? Niggas better watch their speech, okay? You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quick to tell on you, get jammed down, couldn't sit down 5-6 days. Put him and him in a crossway, but a gang member on display. That's the same nigga with an AK on the block yelling out gunplay. That's the same nigga with a trap house and he been through it so he no pain. Look in the face of a realer. Laws come questioning me, I don't know names. Bitch, I really come from the trenches. Kathleen crashed out like road rage. Be done snapped that and got life in the pen cause most of you niggas got hoe ways. Man. See, most of these niggas got hoe way. A lot of these niggas be out here faking and fogging on these motherfucking tracks, talking that gangster shit. You too young to be done been through something, young nigga. You too young to be done been through something, nigga. Don't tell me about what you done been through, nigga. You ain't never stood over nothing. Nigga, you don't have nightmares at night, nigga. This shit sound good on the track. Now you got the other niggas out here crashing out cause they think you been through it and you they favorite rapper. Sit down somewhere, nigga. That shit lame as fuck, boy. You nigga really done piss me off. See, I see you nigga really done piss me off. See, I won't fuck with none of you pussy ass rap niggas. Fuck you nigga. You niggas see me all the time, nigga. Hit me in my mouth, nigga.